Today, we're waiting to see whether Hamas will release more hostages. For the first time since the temporary truce went into effect, an American citizen is expected to be on today's list. That news coming to CNN from an Israeli official. Meantime, we're learning more about yesterday's prisoner exchange. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
Overnight, Hamas releasing a second group of hostages. One by one, you can see gunmen transferring them into waiting Red Cross vans. A total of 17 hostages were released, 13 of them Israeli and 4 Thai nationals, bringing the total of 40 released so far. None are American. From there, the hostages were whisked to Egypt, then across the border to Israel, and finally to hospitals in Israel to receive medical care and the first embrace of family. It was part of a deal brokered by the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar for a 4-day ceasefire in exchange for 50 hostages. But last night's swap nearly collapsed. Hamas accused Israel of violating the agreement by not allowing enough aid trucks into northern Gaza and for opening fire on Palestinians trying to return to northern Gaza. The IDF disputing these claims and saying humanitarian aid had entered Gaza yesterday via the Rafah border crossing, and more aid is expected to arrive today. With the hostages safe, Israel releasing an additional 39 Palestinian women and teenage boys from Israeli jails. And thousands waited to greet them near Ramallah, welcomed as heroes with fireworks and confetti. In Tel Aviv, nearly 50,000 people crowding Hostage Square, marking 50 days since Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7th, demanding Israel's government work to release all of the hostages. One of those released overnight is Emily Hand, just 9 years old, who was sleeping at her best friend's house when she was abducted by Hamas. My colleague Matt Rivers spoke with her father, Thomas, earlier this month, who for weeks had been told that his daughter had been killed. And when he'd been told she'd been kidnapped, he made this promise.
We'll get you home. And never let you out of our sights again.
And overnight, Thomas did just that, wrapping his arms around his little girl and holding on.